Hello guys, how are you? My name is Jun Lee. I'm your instructor for economic statistics for 2020. Welcome to the class. Um, as you guys all know, unfortunately due to the COVID-19, we cannot have the in-person course. Instead, we're gonna have asynchronous course, which is like an online course. Basically, I will record the course like this, and then you're gonna basically take this later. So my name is Jun Lee. I'm a PhD candidate in economics. Currently, I'm working at New York State government, but I'm also teaching at the same time. Um, this is my third semester of teaching economic statistics. So but this is my second time of teaching as online. My office hour is by appointment. That means, if you guys have any question, feel free to email me. If needed, definitely we can talk over phone or we can set up a Zoom meeting. My Zoom link is this. So when we're gonna have any Zoom meeting or office hour, you can join this meeting. Occasionally, I will hold official office hours so that everyone can come by during the time, probably before midterm exams or something like that. So there are some course descriptions like housekeeping stuff. There are some pre-leakage stuff. You probably know this already, but take a look at this. I posted this syllabus in Blackboard, so you can take a look at that. Due to COVID-19, to minimize the spread, we got to just have this online meeting. That is a little unfortunate, but based on my spring semester, it went really well. The benefit is actually you can take as many times. If you are confused, you can just repeat the lecture, and then if you don't still clarify, then you can just shoot me an email and we can discuss further. So, but one of the drawback is, as you can know, it's like interaction is like kind of like limited. If you have a question while you are listening to the lecture, you might not ask me just right away, but always ask me in email. I'm very available most of the time, so, and I usually reply very quick within a day. So just let me know, and I will post homework and exam in Blackboard system. And I will usually let you know what would be the deadline, etc. But I have some tentative schedule below. I will discuss with you. Please check your school email regularly because I will communicate with you mainly through the school emails and probably Blackboard system. So the grade will be, we will have only 2 exams. I was actually thinking to have 3 exams including final, but since we're gonna have distance learning, I'm trying to minimize the exams. Instead, I will focus on just other stuff, which I will describe. So exam will be open book and open note. That means you can use any, the resources from course, like a textbook or, Blackboard, something on the Blackboard and like that, or lecture videos. And also you can use a calculator and R software, which I will describe in a minute. But you may not use internet resources or collaborate in any way with any other people. For example, you cannot ask your friends, how did you do this problem? Or you cannot, hire someone and do something. I believe you're not gonna do that, but since this is online learning, so we have some limitation. So for that reason, each of you will have different exams, exam question during first exam and second exam, so that even if you ask your friends, and they wouldn't know because you guys will have different questions. I will discuss more about this later, but how it's working is I'm gonna post the exam probably on Sunday, like noon, and you might have like 12 hours to finish, or maybe I will post on Monday and you will have still 12 hours to finish. I will discuss this in more detail, but these are just tentative schedule. Um, I expect the first exam will be September 28th, and second exam is October 26th. Both are Mondays of the last end of months, but those are subject to change. We can discuss this timing later. Also, we will, the exam is, I will, as I said, I will post, probably on Sunday or, Monday, something like that, and you will have a 12-hour duration to finish. Once you start, you will have 90 minutes to finish that. And then, yeah, you will have different questions. And we have a 10 short take-home exercise, like 2% each. So after finish the lecture, each of the lecture, each week you're gonna have one take-home exercise. I mean, the questions are not bad. I mean, usually 5 to 7 questions, like a sub-questions based on the topics. And each of them accounts for 2% of your grade. So you can submit that through Blackboard system by each deadline. On-site created through Blackboard system, you have an option to upload your exam, the take-home exercises. So I want you to do, homework through, Word documents, or maybe if you want, you can just handwriting it and take a picture and just upload in Blackboard. So either way would be fine. Maybe handwriting would be much easier for you. You just do the write on your note and make sure you take the picture and upload in the Blackboard system. You don't have to print it out, the homework set and just work on top of it. You can just look at online and then just work from there, okay? So, and then please download R and RStudio in your computer. Because the reason why we're gonna do this is we're gonna have one short project that will be 30% of your grade. So I was thinking to do the final exam, but I believe you guys can learn more from some of exercises. So that will be based on R and RStudio. The coding, I'm gonna teach you some coding, and you can learn some programs to get some statistical result. Believe me, this is very easy, not hard error, and I will give you very detailed guidance. So you don't have to worry about anything, but for now, please download the R program. So if you go to the website, this is the first website. You can download R, either Mac or Windows. Once you download it, install it, okay? And then after you download it, please go to this website and download RStudio. RStudio is like based on R program, but sometimes R program is like, it's really not user friendly. So RStudio was developed so that people can work on it. It's free, you can download it. And then you must install this after you first install this R program. So make sure you install this R first, go to this website, then download RStudio. You might use other program like a Stata or, like a MATLAB or, C++ or any other like a software you might like, but since those programs are quite expensive and many of you might not be able to in the school during the semester, library has some of this program for free, but since you cannot access them, so that is kind of like drawback. So I highly recommend the R program because these days, when you go job interview or something like that, they ask you, okay, what is your background and why did you apply our job? And you know, how can you contribute to our company and like that? And you said, oh, I have some you know, experience in our program and some statistical analysis from my course and etc. I mean, there are lots of discussions. You know, during the interview, you might have only 20 minutes or 10 minutes like that. But if you can talk about some of this issue, that would be amazing. You know, they would like it. So for your own benefit, this would be really beneficial for you. So I will give you more details instruction, but actually, if you download R, it'll look like this. I'm gonna just show you some demonstration, etc. later, but honestly, this R program is not that hard. I will, trust me, that it's not hard. And I will provide data sets and I will guide you how to run the program. Only thing you need to do is just do some problem set. Honestly, this is much easier than final exam, and I tend to be very generous as long as you follow my guidelines. So students tend to get very good grade based on some project, but I don't want you to copy. I mean, last semester, there were a group of students who submit exactly same answer, word to word. They didn't even change word, and I want them, but they did again and again. But I hope you guys never copy each other. I mean, as long as you follow my guidance and then communicate with me enough, most of you will get good grade on this project. But I mean, cheating is very serious problem. So try not to copy your friends. Work independently, okay? And our Blackboard website is here, and some accommodations are possible. And these are our textbooks. These are recommended textbook because my course contents, course slides are very comprehensive. You can follow this without textbook, but I highly recommend you to buy. For example, if you need some you know, contents, I mean, I need to know this more detail, etc. Textbook is always a good resource. For that reason, 11th edition is the textbook we are using, but you can buy some older editions at online Amazon for less, I mean, lower price. So I don't mind if you can use 10th edition or even 9th edition is fine. But just these are our potential course online. But when you are looking at probability, for example, I mean, each of slide I mentioned, okay, this is corresponding to this section, etc. But the section might be different if you are looking at old section, old edition. So try to look at the titles and compare this with it. So you can buy older edition or 11th edition, both are fine. And these are my, excuse me, course online. This is tentative and maybe subject to change depending on our progress. So first part is we're gonna talk about introduction. I mean, this is right now, and we're gonna do like a probability thing very soon. And then you're gonna have first homework due August 31st, and then we're gonna have a conditional probability, and etc. 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 So first exam will be you know, September 28th. It will cover slide 1 through 5. So, and I might have some, you know, I mean, office hours so that everyone can come to and join the, you know, Zoom meeting so that we can discuss. If you have any question, I might have just 1 or 2 before that. So, but always, if you need help, email me. I can just have a one-on-one meeting, you know, in Zoom if you like, or if there are lots of demand, I will just hold the office hours, like at some time that everyone can join it, okay? Or if not, I can have office hour on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, I'm flexible. So I'm usually available, so just use me if you have me, if you need any help, right? And the second exam will be from chapter 6 to 10, And lastly, section 11 and 12 will be for your art project. I mean, the last project is based on everything you have learned, but it's gonna be more focusing on these last two chapters more heavily. So I know many of you probably took statistics before, probably in first year or even high school year or something like that. Many of this will be similar, but as you can see from our course title, economic statistics, it's gonna be more applied stuff, more economic related, and then we need to use the data to answer something. For that reason, this project will be really beneficial for you. Also, since we are doing some online, distance learning, this project also will be better for you to get, final grade instead of taking, in-person final or online final, etc. So, yeah, I mean, I will introduce more as we go, but first part will be basic. So these are some, like if you guys have taken probability or statistic before, these are probably lots of overlap over here. It's gonna be like a mathematic intensive just background. And the statistic inference is you're gonna learn some hypothesis testing and what is the normal distribution would look like and why distribution even matter, And then part 3 is, ultimately what we want to obtain, which is regression analysis. So, we want to analyze, okay, how online learning affects your grade or learning, etc., etc., or, how weather affects your mood or whether you're gonna get some depression based on the weather or how something affects something, etc. So everything is related to these linear regressions. And I'm gonna teach you like multiple regressions and non-linear regression if time permits. And the final project is due November 23rd, and I'm gonna explain more detail in the week of November 15th, but I will explain as we go. So probably sometime here and here as well, so that you guys get familiar with our program. So first thing you guys need to do is download the R program, okay, and install it. So that is your first task you need to do. If you have any question while you're downloading it, just let me know. I mean, and most of analysis you're doing here, you can do in Excel. I mean, it's okay for me if you want to use Excel. Actually in the class slides, I put some Excel functions you can use. So for the final project, you can use Excel without any problem, but you're gonna learn something new program, R program, that will be actually very good for you. So knowing this is really plus, but if you say, oh, I don't want to learn R program, I think Excel is fine, then yeah, go for it, it's fine. Yeah, I'm flexible with it. As long as you get the final result that we want to discuss, then it's gonna be fine. Yeah, these were some housekeeping stuff. And then, okay, since today was, this is our first week, I will post the probability video very shortly so that you can work on. So I will post the homework. I posted already, so you can work on this as well. But by all means, if you have any question, feel free to email me or etc. We're probably gonna have some office hour here so that we can introduce each other, etc. Okay, so yeah, stay warm, guys, and then do not go around and always stay safe. Okay, yeah, bye.